in. All right, so I'll get a second, get Sally here all read up, have everybody come in. So I'm just going to cut the back of this tip so I can put her into Sally, and she'll be kind of a little bit cleaner to go in. That way, finished look becomes a little bit more cohesive. Looks finished. So we have our files here. Always start by seasoning your files. Otherwise, you'll give somebody a wicked paper cut. Slice all sides. Scratch against it. We're good to go. All right, so I'm going to take my tip. I'm just going to smooth her out. I mean, you just pop her right in and get going too. I just kind of like doing this so when we're all finished, she looks a little bit more realistic. If you leave it all like janky, it kind of takes from the final look. All right, smooth her in. And whenever you're working on Sally, you need 3 solid clicks to get her in so she doesn't go flying off. 1, 2, 3 clicks. All right. So we're going to do like a really cool like black and gold design. And we're going to use some different confettis and some glitters and maybe some flakes. I just got a bunch of flakes in from Gemini Nevada Cosmetics, and I'm itching to use them. They're super pretty. If you haven't worked with flakes yet, very reflective, so it plays with the different facets in the light and with whatever colors you have around it. Really unique looks. Check it out. All right, so we're just going to shape her, get her ready to go. All right, so we're going to practice all of our best habits to make them a good habit. So we're just going to push Sally's cuticle back, make sure everything is nice and flexible. You know, as professionals, we spend a lot of time, probably too much time, going pushing and pushing and going all over the cuticle area. Really, it does not have to be that crazy. Just push it back. All right, put my arbor band in, lock my chuck. And for your prep, your range can really be anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 RPMs. I'm at 6,000 RPMs. You know, it's really what you're comfortable working with, but anything more than 6 is not needed. That's a natural nail. You don't need to saw it off. What we do need to do is come in around the cuticle area, and we do it twice. We do it once to remove if there was any like keratin buildup or anything on the nail plate. And the second time is really just to make sure she is nice and prepped. So we move her hand, get into if she has deeper folds, get all in. And then we're just going to tickle it down the nail. We'll strokes towards yourself. Just tickle, tickle, tickle. Light strokes, just make contact. There's no need for any pressure whatsoever. All right. No shine left on the nail. We're going to come in with our manicuring brush. We're going to wipe away any of that debris or that dust, wiping away from the cuticle. And then we're going to come in with our swipe. Hi, welcome in. So we're going to go in with our swipe. This is going to help change the pH balance, and it's also going to make sure that everything is clean. There's no more debris on the nail or in any of the corners. And then to finish our prep, definitely our protein bond. Oh, thanks. Well, if there's anything you want to see, let me know. We're just getting this channel started. So if you like my nails, thank you so much. Let me know what you want to see in the future and we'll make it happen. All right, so we're going to go in with our protein bond. And with our protein bond, all right, hold on. That nail fell apart. We're going to come in. Let's do that again. I will go on this one. Well, that's what happens when you go live. All right, we're going to go in with our protein bond. We say 2 coats for protein bond. first coat. And then the second coat would be for your heavy lifter, but you never want to take the risk of finding out the hard way they were a heavy lifter. So we're going to come in right away with our second coat. All right. I'm going to do a bit of a hybrid nail. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of acrylic, and then we're going to finish it off with the Synergy hard gel. So I'm going to come in first with my Core Clear, and I'm going to build the extension with that. So let's get that started. Get our jar, get our monomer. It's very obvious I am a young nails girl. Greg doesn't know it yet, but one day he's going to hire me. Or Habib, whoever does the hiring. Tracy, maybe. I don't know. One of these days. All right. To the ferrule of the brush, and we're going to pour it down into our dish. Nice clean stream. Less is more. You can always keep pouring more in rather than having way too much and then having to dump because it became contaminated and wasting product. Pay attention to your cost of goods, because nails ain't cheap and cheap nails ain't nice. Ha ha ha. All right, so let's come on in. Get our extension. We'll use our form. We're going to pop her out with our thumb, and then she's going to go straight on the back. And all that's going to do is give us just a little bit of more stability when we put our form on, so it's not as flimsy. All right. Opener, don't opener, that's up to you. It's what you like to work with. And then I'm going to come in, come under the nail, and then with my finger where that tab is, I'm just going to lift it so it's flush to the nail plate. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of pinch off where I want that length to end. So the trick with forms, like if you're going to go into like your almond pointy shapes, the more pointed or stiletto you want, you're actually going to do your application past the point. If you're going to stay in the almond family, you're going to stay in your application just in front of that pinch. So stiletto goes past and your almond stays right at the pinch. So little tip and trick. I hope that helps. All right. I'm going to come all the way into our liquid, and I'm just going to tap it on the side, and I'm going to bounce into my powder. I'm pretty sure that's off camera, but I'm going to get a pearl, give it a few seconds to come together, and I'm going to drain out the rest of the liquid. I really want to do this because I want to work in a clay consistency, and I'm going to bring her down, and using this zone 2 and 3, or the belly of the brush, down to the ferrule of the brush. And I'm just going to walk it from the top, and connect into right where the growth channel starts. And then I can stretch it out from there. And stretch out my length, stretch out my length. I have to find that place to balance my hand so my lines stay straighter. And so I'm not like kind of freehanding all of this. That point of fulcrum is crucial to just about everything we do. All right. So I'm just going to give it just like this little roll on the sides, like a little pat and like a little semi. And that just kind of helps start getting me that nice rounded kind of shape where we kind of build, where it slowly ascends and descends into our shape. All right. And then when I want those pointier shapes, what I'd like to do, oh yeah, see, now it's good, it's nice. It's not really moving for me anymore. So what I like to usually do is come in and get one more small pearl just to kind of finish off my free edge. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to place her there. And then that way, I just kind of clean up my final shape around that free edge. trying to go for like a long omeletto kind of vibe here. It's a fun shape. It's pretty. It's very feminine. It can make your fingers become a little bit more elongated and slender. Really pretty look. All right, so I have my extension done. Now I'm gonna come in with my cover rosebud. I'm gonna kind of do like a French kind of vibe with it, but you know, a little extra with a twist, a little razzle dazzle. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna bring this into my frame so you can see how this works. Alrighty. If there's any questions, just let me know. Morgan! Hola, Morgana! How are you? Look, this is what we're gonna do. Can I get my liquid? I'll bring my liquid into the shot a little bit if I can. Hold on. All right, so it's kind of almost in the shot, but I'm gonna come all the way into my liquid and just under the ferrule of the brush, I'm gonna tap it, and then I'm gonna bounce in my powder, bounce, 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 and then I'm just gonna go ahead and give that a few seconds to marry together. Point the finger all the way down, and I'm gonna place my product right before the cuticle and then just kind of guide it around my cuticle area. So just so you guys know, my air conditioner stopped working for a minute, so it is extremely warm in here. So if you know already, the warmer it is, the faster everything is going to start to cure up, right? So I'm just going to bring that together. So I brought up some of the core products because I really was afraid this was going to happen. That's all right. This is Florida, man. Florida, we need our EC. All right. Oh, Morgan, you're like the best nail tech ever, girl. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of come into where I just applied, and while it's good and clay-like, I'm just gonna move it around. I kind of just want to have like a little shape going on in here, a little wave. Yep, I'm just sculpting, moving that around. I love this tool. You can get this from Gemini Cosmetics, Gemini Nevada Cosmetics. It's really a pedicuring tool. I learned about it with Melissa De La Cruz, MJ De La Cruz. It's one of my favorite tools now. I use it for everything. All right, so I'm just kind of coming in. All right, and she's just about cured up from there. All right, so just a little shape. I'm just trying to create like a little bit of a wall so I can tuck in my next product. It'll get tucked in, just like if you did a pink and white. All right. So actually, I wonder if this would, oh, this would come off. All right, let's take this off and do it again. Because, you know, why not? I'd rather do it a second time anyway. All right. Oh, that's so cool. All right. All right, let's do that again. That's just how it goes when it's live. What are you going to do? All right. All the way in our liquid. All the way in our liquid. Tap, tap. I'm going to make this a little bit wetter though, because gosh, it's hot in here. And I'm going to drop her down. There you go. Now you can see she's going to flow a little bit more for me. I hope everybody had a good holiday weekend. Little beach time, little maybe backyard barbecue. Makes me want a hot dog real bad. You look like the 4th of July. Okay, Morgan, I'm on my way. If you turn that AC up, girl, I am on my way. Nah, my hubby's the best hubby ever. He got the AC back on, but it takes a minute, you know. Oh, I'm in Central Florida. You go 10 minutes without AC, you'll feel it. It's like 90 something degrees already today. Okay, yeah, see, I like that a little bit better. So I'm just trying to create a little bit of a wave. I don't know. There's no right or wrong. We're just gonna make that pretty. All right, cool. We're gonna let that set up. While that's setting up, because that's about 2 minutes for it to cure. And I'm always in motion. So once I have something, if it's time for a little, I usually tell my clients like housekeeping, put everything away. I'm gonna keep my brush in here though, because this is gonna keep my brush clean. So I'm just gonna leave it in there until I'm done with my set. And then when I'm done with my set, I'll go ahead and wipe it and bring it back out. And don't come for me. This is my not my salon. This is just home studio for Sally. So that is my old brush that I don't use in the salon anymore. That's Sally's brush because she likes it that way. All right, I'm gonna come back in with my e-file, and I'm gonna come in with a square bit. So Young Nails has a bunch of different bits that you can use with your file. This is their square bit. Um, this thing is super cool. You can use it for like your detail work around the cuticle. You can use it for your prep. You can use it for finishing work right around that cuticle because it's about 150 grit, give or take. And I'm going to use that just for a little bit of refinement in the wall I just made. So I'm working at about 4,000 RPMs. Yeah, see, she's clicking for me. Oh, she's still a little soft. All right. Oh, we're gonna give her another moment. She's still just a little soft. You know, when you do one nail at a time, it's like the longest 2 minutes of your life, right? Oh, all right. So let's go ahead. We'll take our foam off while we're waiting. I'm gonna come in and I'm just gonna poke her with my magic wand. Poke with the magic wand just to pop it off of the acrylic. And always, always, always pull down to take it off. Because, if you had it here and you just start to rip it off, pulling up, there'll be times where you take the tip with it. And that is just, that just sucks when that happens. And it happens to the best of us. Oh. All right, here we go. So I'm just going to refine this a little bit. I'm going to come in with my square bit. Around. There you go, Sally. Pretty cool. All right. And come around. Nice. All right. So once we've done all that, we can come in. We're going to take some of our manicure brush again. I'm going to wipe away our debris as I'm dropping things. No worries. I'm going to get out of some of that debris because I don't know about you, but whenever I'm working in that much dust, it gets annoying. All right, so here we are. Looking good. The other thing we can do before we continue to build is we can look and check and see if we need to clean anything up off the sides. And we can do that first because we're going to use some hard gel and it has this great ability of finding wherever you have the material already. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to very lightly go under on a profile and clean up any of that underhang and come underneath it. Oh, Sally needs some WD-40, huh? It's okay, girl. I'll get you. I got you. Get you your oil. Don't tell P. Diddy, though. I'm sorry. Are y'all following any of that? I know. But I like to stay current with whatever's going on. And just, if nothing else, just to stay current of what's going on in the real world. All right. So this is just a little bit of swipe. I just, again, want to clean off all of just the file and the dust that was on there. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna get in paint, and I'm gonna grab some overdrive because we said we're gonna do a black and gold kind of design. So mission control, if I remember correctly, mission control, I believe, is hard. But what I do know about it is attack-free gel. The pigment in it is fantastic. Usually you can get what you need done in a single coverage. And I'm just looking for a brush real quick. All right, so I'm just gonna grab my brush. Let's grab a little paint knife and take my knife. I'm gonna take a little bit of my paint out. I'm just gonna go ahead. I mean, some people like to work directly out of the jar. It's just easier for me to work off of the palette. You can do whatever you like. It's not, it's up to you. No right or wrong. Not for this. If you were gonna do like some detailed lines, maybe, so you have a chance to really like roll it and pick your paint up. All right, so I'm just gonna come in here and I'm gonna paint my wall. Paint all of this. And the trick, if you ever use paint like on a wall or a ledge when you're doing Frenches or French inspired looks, the trick is not to over flood it either. Then it just gets kind of goopy and you don't get that same kind of effect. All right, so I'm also not worried about it getting like, oh no, it's too high up there. No, because when I go to file, it'll all come together. It's kind of, you have to know what's going to happen next and understand the whys of what you're doing. All right, so just that little bit of the wave that we built, and I'm going to put her in for 30 seconds. So let's get our lamp out. She's going to go in for about 30 seconds, do her thing. And in the meanwhile, what we can do is start picking out some of our confettis. So this is Gold Zebra. We're going to use some of these pieces here. Oh, these are so pretty. I love these pieces. I think they're discontinued now. I don't know if Young Nails still makes them, but I have like 2 jars left. So I know I still have a few left in my life to play with. All right, so we're going to use some of those. I'm probably going to use some of these. This is the gold polka dots. So let's use some of those. Put those down on. Oops, that's a lot. Well, that's okay. Sally likes her nails to be done shiny. All right, go in there. And I think just for some added bling, let's use Shimmering Sand, classic Young Nails glitter collection, and some salty sweets. Because I love this one. It's got this really cool like micro crush to it. Oh, so pretty. All right. All right, so we have everybody in there. And now I'm going to come in with my base gel from Synergy. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this to start getting everything nice and sticky for me. So here we go. My base gel. You don't need a lot, just enough to start getting everything nice and sticky. And I'm going to bring her in. Again, I'm not trying to build any volume here. I'm going to build that at the end when I encapsulate it all with my Build Pink. All right. And then all we got to do here now, I'm just going to wipe my brush a little bit. All right. So now I'm just going to pick up some of these pieces. I'm going to put one right there. And let's see. do some polka dot. I'll do one there. I don't know, let's do one over here. That's looking good so far. All right, and then from here, we're gonna come in. I'm gonna use, you know what? I think I'm gonna use an ombre brush because I just want a little bit of the glitter. So I'm gonna start with my shimmering sand because it's a bit of a bigger cut. So really, whenever you're working with like lots of glitters and pieces, you want to start with your bigger pieces first because they're the ones that are gonna have the larger real estate, right? And then all your smaller pieces will just start to fit in. So here's some of the shimmering sand because I still kind of want it to be somewhat translucent, kind of glassy. And if I wanted to, I can always pick up and put another gold piece on top. Yeah, oh, I like that. Okay, I like that. Okay. Yeah, so that's looking kind of cute. I like that. So we're gonna cook her. Really, we only have to flash her. It's gonna be about 30 seconds to flash her. So in the lamp she's gonna go. I know, right? Ooh, okay, but Sally. Gotta make sure Sally knows how to put her hand into the light because, you know, like when you put your hand in, some people will like let their thumb go down. You have to learn to pick it up slightly, otherwise this side, especially with the dark colors, that really won't, you know, cure so well. Yeah, black and gold. This is yeah, yeah. This would look so cute on you, Morgan. We just put a little bit more black in it. All right, hold on. Let, let's do one more piece. But what I want to do, because I don't have that much room left on the nail, is I'm going to take one of these. Let's see. Let's take this piece here, and I'm just gonna cut it a little bit. All right. That way, I just have a little piece. Come back in to my base. And with my base, I'm just getting it wet, just getting it nice and sticky. Let's see, let's pick up that piece again. And this piece, let's make it so it's like kind of coming off the nail a little. There you go. I know, don't come for me. There you go. I like that. So let's see how that'll kind of come off the side. Very cool. And I don't need everything to like be flat, right? Because you don't want everything to be flat. You want it to like be dimensional. So if it's raised up in an area, that's even better. Well, you know what? Let's do maybe another one on this side. Let's do right about here. Do another one on this side. It's kind of coming off the nail. What do you think? There we go. Ooh. All right. So that's kind of cute. Let's do it. Let's do another gold dot right there. Why not? Can't have too much blingy bling. There you go. Cute. All right. So let's get her back under. That's going to be about 30 seconds just to flash her. It's all really clear. It's not a very hard opaque color. And we're going to keep going in the lamp. So really, like when you're working, it's like one hand, then the other, one hand, then the other. And you come in and out of that lamp as long as it takes you to do the other hand or the next nail. I don't know about y'all. I've spilled so much glitter in my life. So in between everything, I have to put the lids back on because I'm messy. Glitter seems to like spill everywhere around me. Not that I'm complaining because, you know, spilled glitter is still pretty. But, you know, I don't want to waste it all. So let's go. Oh, she's ready. 30 seconds. Done. Bring her out. Fantastic. I don't know if you guys can start to see the shape that she's taken, but I'm here for it. I like it. You know what? When we're done, we might actually window box this a little bit too. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. So it's one of those things you just kind of make it up as you go. Keep adding or taking away whatever you can do or whatever you want to see. All right. So I'm going to come in with my Build Pink. my Synergy gel. All right, and I'm going to encapsulate all of this. So I'm going to come all the way in. Oh, let's get you back into, let's see if I can get you in the picture here. All right, so I'm going to come all the way in to get my pearl. I'm going to cut the tail off of my pearl, and then I'm going to bring that down, and I'm going to bring all that gel in front of my brush, and I'm going to go ahead and point that finger down so gravity can take over. And we work with gel, it's the nuance, the small things, like I roll the brush so it's horizontal and then vertical. And then once I get like about midway in the nail, I can hold it so it's parallel to the brush, and then just stretch that over the length that I want. So, and because it's still hot in here, you can see how fast this is moving and how runny it is. I'm going to come in with my flashlight, and I'm really just doing this because it's Sally. You can do this on real people too. I just want to freeze it in its position there so the sides won't move any more than I want it to. At a bubble. If you have a bubble, just go ahead, pop that guy. Ooh, just in time too. All right. So we're just going to go ahead, bring it around. It doesn't need to be perfect. You know, the process is the process. And then from here, we can go ahead. I'm just going to put her in the light, give her a few seconds in there just to finish off. And then I'm going to take a look at it and make sure that it's everywhere I need it to be. If I need to add more so I can build my apex, you know, because again, you want to make sure that your nail has that apex or that high point, that it ascends and descends. And then again, on the side, you want your nails to ascend to the center and then it descends back. So you get those arches and domes. And that's how you create like insane structure. So you can have long pointed nails and still have them be strong so long as you have shape where it needs to be shaped in that structure. All right, so let's take a good look at it. So I'm gonna look. All right, I'm gonna see. So like I can see already if I look at her, she's still a little flat right in here. So add a little bit more. Oh, what's up, Funny and Rob? What's up? What's going on? Welcome in. All right, I'll grab a little bit more. And I'm gonna watch her and go on the profile and just make sure I have enough in there to build my shape and structure into the nail. I know some people might be using the squeeze tubes. I have those too. I don't know. I learned it with the tube when I was out in California at Young Nails, so I just kind of always go back to that. It's what I know. All right, and now I'm gonna go in. She's gonna get a proper cure at 60 seconds, and then we'll use our 5-point filing. That was cheeky. All right, so, and then we'll do our filing. So we'll use our I formation and our 5-point filing to bring her into shape. So again, just gonna come and do some light housekeeping, make sure I get everything out of the way. You know, again, I live in Central Florida, so my brushes always have to be put back and put away, just because there's so much sunlight that I'd be afraid that it would cure and ruin my brushes, because it happened to me once. And that's all you ever need is for something like that to happen once, and you'll go a little bit crazy because I lost a whole set of brushes that way, leaving them out. All right, here we go. Here's our nail. She is cooked. We're going to remove the dispersion layer. So I'm going to come back in with a little bit of swipe. Work that off of the nail. And then I'm going to come in with my file. And when we file bulk down, what we're going to do is we're going to work, your range is 13 to 15,000 RPMs. So it's gel on the bottom. It's still acrylic up here, but gel files like butter. So I'm going to work at 13,000 RPMs. I really don't need a lot. All right, just make contact with the nail. You always work with a sharp bit. You just have to make contact with the nail. All right, so what I'm going to do, let's get in frame. All right. So just like if I was going to do a pink and a white, I'm going to start my filing right where that ledge is, because that is where the majority of the work is going to be. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to come down the center of the nail. And I'm just going to use zone 1. I'm going to use zone 2 of my E-file. Nice. Working down to the free edge where I start using zone 3 of my bit. So if you imagine the bit broken down into thirds, I have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 on my bit, just like we have zone 1, 2, and 3 on the nail. And generally your zones line up with zones. So 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. And that's just down the center of my nail. I'm going to come down the barrel of the nail. So I'm looking at the nail coming down the barrel this way. And when I see that, I'll be able to see that I've got bulk here and I have bulk here. So I'm going to use zone 3, 2, and then 1. So zone 3, 2 in the center, and then 1. And I'm just using this to blend all the way down. I'm going to come down zone 3. So you have to learn how to use all the different different areas on your bit. So maybe we should use a dust extractor. I'm afraid this would like mess up the sound though. Is that too noisy? I don't know. You guys in chat, let me know how that works with the dust extractor. Is that too loud? So 1. And I'm just working my sidewalls. There we go. And I'm bringing everything really in towards the center because I want the volume of the nail to be in the center of the nail. 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was curious how it would work out with the dust extractor on. And it does. It draws it down. So you can see it becomes all over my hands, but at least it's not kicking up and going into the air, right? All right. So I'm going to check on a profile because it's all about making your client move. You save your back and hands and neck. And camera. I know my clients go in all kinds of directions, so you can see what you need to do. Although I think I just broke Sally's finger, but that's all right. She'll live. She'll live. Let's go into the overhand grip. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start working my outside line. And I'm going to work on the side profile, start getting my lower arches. My lower arches, get everybody nice and cleaned up in there. It's okay. All right. So I'm going to come in with my hand file, and then we'll go over all the finishing with the hand file. Whoosh! See, Sally. Sally wants to fight me today, but that's all right. That's all right. Well, I'll meet her on the flagpole. 3 o'clock. We'll fight later. Oh my God, I really like that already. Okay, cute. So good care for your your e-file, by the way, is make sure you get all the dust and push it away, never towards it. Don't go back and forth. You do not need help getting anything put into the chuck there. Oh my goodness. The idea is to keep it as far away from there as you possibly can so you don't have to clog it. So I'm just going to try to get some of the dust off of me, but you know what? It comes with the job. It gets dusty. Here we go. And Sally, back down. And then we can do the same thing. If the dust is bothering you, or if you see that your client is really dusty, you can give her a quick little wipe off. No problems. All right, I'm going to come in with my 150. This is by far the single best nail file I have ever seen in my entire career. Everybody needs this one. The perfect grit. It doesn't bend easy. It's so structurally sound for a file. Amazing. All right, so let's go into our 5-point filing. And you know, the idea, if you want all your nails to look the same and you want to start working faster, you need a system, right? You need to be able to do the exact same thing on purpose on every single nail. So let's go in 5-point. So the first point is just working parallel to the nail, parallel on the side. And you can see by the blue side of my file here, that's what keeps me nice and straight. And I just keep my index finger to the side to make sure it doesn't flex or move. And I leave my dust line there so I can see where it is. And then I'm going to take my finger and bloop, put it on the other side of the file. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And that's going to be 2. We said 5-point filing. We saw 1. Here's 2. I'm going to keep it nice and straight so it's the same angle as before. And you can see where my dust line is now on both sides to see that it's done the same way on both sides. All right. So once you have your sides done, that's 1 and 2, you can bring your client onto a profile. So you can look and check out how your lower arches are doing. Your lower arches is really that bottom part of the nail where the free edge is. That should be flush or straight from really the nail groove, right? So anything that's hanging lower than that, that's what gets filed out. So we're going to hold her, again, keep it straight and parallel. And see where the blue line is, and I'm going to file up. And when I file up, my pressure is on the up. If I come back down, it's fine, but my pressure is on the up. My pressure is on the up. And you can see how it gets cleaner and cleaner, straighter and straighter. All right. Usually want to find where it's hanging like the lowest and use that and file up. All right, same on the other side, because you know what you do on one side, you gotta do on the next side. So same thing. Come up here and file up, file up, file up, file up. Pressure is on the up. I mean, it's not like crazy pressure. You're not trying to like, you know, break your wrist here. But more pressure on the up than the return. Nice and clean and straight. Looking good. All right, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 is your free edge. So if you're doing like a strong stiletto, you might not have a 5. Sometimes it's a 4-point, filing system. It just depends on the shape you're doing. But I kind of wanted like an amaretto kind of vibe. So I'm just going to kind of make sure it's on both sides. Make sure she's clean. Looking good. All right. Now I'm going to come in. I'm going to hold my, kind of like if I was going to like play like a paddle or something with it. And we're going to come up and back down. And I'm going to surf the top of the nail. I'm also holding on to the nail a little bit for a few reasons. 1, it's Sally. So like if I don't hold a little bit, she might go popping off. 2, if you've ever had a client who are like, oh, my nails hurt the next day, or they felt a little sore, like my nail bed, my nail plate hurt. Sometimes that'll happen from filing if you weren't holding on, just like that constant push against it. So if you can hold and release some, relieve some of that, it's less likely that they're going to feel like they were sore or hurting the next day. I'm just going to kind of come up and follow it back through. So it's almost like little C's coming up. So, and then I'm gonna take my file, make my peace sign, it comes down. That's funny, I splashed on it. Okay, down. Oh no, that's just, oh, it's becoming gritty. Okay, I see what's going on. All right, it's like grainy in the video. That's kind of interesting. I didn't expect that. All right, cool. And then we're gonna do it. Oh, maybe it's just my TV. Okay, all right, cool. And I'm gonna do the same on the other side because again, we want it to get thinner to higher to thinner again. We want to create this dome or this arc kind of shape. Holding the nail down, meet it in the middle, meet it in the middle. I will move my client as much as they will let me. I know we all have those different people in our lives that fight you when you're trying to file. Just kindly ask them, I need you to move like this, I need you to move like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I know I've had my hair cut a bunch of different times with like, okay, can you uncross your legs, put your head down, you just got to move them where you need them to be so you can do the best work possible. All right, and I'm just checking it by looking down the barrel. Down. All right, and then just all the way down. I want to go around the cuticle. Just move her. Just make sure nice and tight, nice and tight. All right, and then I'm going to come around to the most important view for my client profile so I can see what they see and make any adjustments that I might need to make from there. All right. Check my lines. Check my lines. Now, this would be the part also where, like, if I had obviously more nails, I'd be checking against my neighbor to make sure we're all in the same size, same shape, same length. You can always do your checking then. All right, and then we're just going to come down and surf the whole top. Make sure everything is nice and smooth. And I'm just looking down. Oops, let's see. I'm looking down, just like if I was looking at the barrel, down the barrel, I'm just looking down the nail. Make sure everything looks nice and even. Boop. All right. All right, Sally, what do you think? Starting to look like you again, huh? All right, big reveal coming up. Because, top coat is always the fun part. Let's see what we create. So let's do that. It's just going to fold out of some of my debris here. Again, I try to get out of that dust as quickly as I can. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to use manicure top coat. Let's get our manicure. I mean, this is hard material. Oh, Sweaty Noob, hi. What's up? Welcome in. All right, so here we go. It's our manicure top coat. So we're going to start with this one. You can use really any of the top coats at this point because this is all hard material. So you can use your ultimate finish, you can use stain resistant, you can use, if you were in a pinch and all you had was conversion top, you can use your conversion top, you can use gloss, you can use anything you want. I like the manicure top. It's I just like the consistency of it. I like that it doesn't really bulk out at all. It just stays nice and shiny, and I don't have to worry about it getting like thicker or messing around with my shape too much. All right, so I'm gonna free edge, and then as I get closer to my cuticle, I'm gonna slow my roll Make it a little bit slower and tighter around my edges. Apparently, there was a free piece of glitter in here because, the ones that show up out of nowhere, those are the free ones. So look at you. You got upgraded for free today, Sally. All right. Oh, that looks really pretty. All right, so here we go. We've got our nail. She's nice and in there. Is it bad manners to smack your client with a file when they ask you? um, it might be bad manners. I mean, unless she liked it. I mean, there is something for everybody out there, and so I mean, you can make it a specialty and charge her extra for a little snacky smack. That's up to you. You get your snack on. I love you, Morgan. Um, all right, so in the lamp, she's gonna go for her 60 seconds, and then we'll take her out and we'll see if there's anything else we want to do or add, or just kind of check her out from there. So, all right, cap everything up. Let me put that away and go from there. I know. I have so many clients that are so stiff, and that's okay. That's okay. I just ask them like, just relax, and they go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." It's okay. Not the first or the last time in the day I'm gonna say it. It's just the way it goes. Wait, I can't see. Wait, what is Morgan saying? Coming in for the Dommy Mommy Manny special. I'll smack you around and paint your nails, and then you have to pay me after. Girl, I hope you get a deposit for that appointment. I mean, there's something for everybody out there, That's gonna be the commercial. Oh my God. Morgan, I'm gonna do belt nails for my next live is gonna be belt nails. And that's gonna be for you. We're gonna do like yeah, we're gonna do some belt nails and that'll be for you. I love you, girl. All right. So here's our finished design, right? So let's see if we can, yes, queen. Okay. So here's our nail. Let's take some of that dispersion layer off. Go from there. You've done them. Girl. All right. So what do you think? Let's get her up in there. Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna move my camera. Hold on. Let me move the camera around, see if I can get that in there. Because I feel like I can't really see it on film, right? Ah, there we go. Right? Nice. Look at that, right? Look at how pretty that. I don't know. For me, those under arches are so important. That's like it's very satisfying for me to have like clean under arches, nice and tight. So, very nice. All right. Cool. Oh, she came out really pretty. Okay, good. Because I was just kind of like, oh my God, what are we going to do tonight? I looked at my glitter wall and I was like, all right, what do I like? And those were the first pieces I saw that I liked. So here we go. Yeah. Look at client view. Do our client view. I know. I have an insane glitter. I love my glitter wall. It's insane. My goal is to see if I can get it floor to ceiling. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm like almost to chair rail on the wall. All right, here we go. Thanks, Morgan. I think she's pretty too. I think that's all she really needs. I don't think there's anything else that she can do here. I'm liking her the way she is. All right. Next step, glitter room. Yes. 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 Oh my God, my husband's over here like, no, don't do it. I'm like the fans on YouTube said to do it, right? So we do it. All right, cool. Look, I need Young Nails to have like another wicked sale where like all the glitters are 50% or more off because that's how I finished my collection. So the last time they did a glitterathon, I went through their website compared to what I had and did a full inventory and I ordered them all. Uh, um, so I can have them all. Why? I don't know, because I wanted them. So very nice. Sorry, not sorry, Anthony. All right, friends. Any questions or anything before I go? Oh, I really like her though. Okay, cool. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much for watching my channel. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, tell a friend, and let me know if there's anything you want to see for the next time. I'm glad you caught my live too, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support and your friendship. You're awesome. I adore you, girl. Alrighty, cool. All right. Well, it looks like we'll be live again. Check out my Instagram for updates for the next live. Right now, I feel like it's going to be on Monday again. We might try to throw in a quick Wednesday, but Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, 8 p.m. We'll be live again. Alrighty, friends. We'll see you soon. Thanks.